This is a section where we go over some sensitive material. We asked students what they thought sexual misconduct was. They said non-consensual, rape, domestic and dating violence, sexual assault, sexual harassment.
The truth is, all of these things are considered sexual misconduct, and they violate our school's code of conduct.
Sexual misconduct is a very serious issue.
ASU takes measures to continuously improve our prevention, response, support, and investigation of sexual misconduct.
If any of this information triggers uncomfortable memories and feelings, it can be helpful to talk to a counselor, trusted friend, or a family member for support.
When you get to campus, ASU has a lot of resources, like ASU counseling that can support you.
You can find all of the resources on the website on your screen.
If you or someone you know needs help, contact the National Sexual Assault Hotline or your local state resource.
Sexual misconduct is defined at ASU as any non-consensual sexual contact or sexual harassment.
So what exactly is consent anyway? Consent must be 4 things: mutual, voluntary, clear, and active. Consent is everything. Mutual means both partners agree to the sexual activity.
Just because your partner agrees to one form of sexual activity doesn't mean they consent to other forms.
Consent is also voluntary. So let's be kind. Your partner's consent must be given without pressure or other influences.
No means no, and yes should be an enthusiastic yes. If they've been drinking alcohol or under the influence of other substances, they can't give their consent.
This brings up the last 2 points. Consent is clear and active.
If your partner is silent, maybe passive or unable to resist, that's not consent.
Just because you used to date doesn't mean there is consent, even if you had a prior sexual relationship.
You also can't buy consent, so purchasing gifts, meals, drinks, or other items for a partner doesn't work.
Just because you had consent with the previous sexual activity doesn't mean you have consent now.
So there you have it. Consent must be mutual, voluntary, clear, and active. Sex without consent is assault.
Sexual misconduct is never tolerated in our community.
In over 70% of sexual assault cases among college students, either the survivor or the perpetrator had been drinking prior to the assault.
85 to 90% of college student survivors of sexual assault know their attacker prior to the event.
Sexual assault can happen to anyone, any gender, any age, sexual orientation, race, socioeconomic status, or religion. It can happen to anyone.
If you or a friend find yourselves in need of support, consider these tips.
Find safety. Call 911 if there's an immediate danger. Assure them that it's not their fault. Encourage them to seek medical attention. Encourage counseling. Consider contacting a member of the Sun Devil Support Network for support and information from your peers.
Remind them too that they have options for reporting incidents of sexual assault.
If you or someone you know has been a victim, you can report to the police, ASU Student Rights and Responsibilities, ASU Equity and Inclusion, and ASU Title IX Coordinator.
The full list is available online.
Domestic or dating violence is a pattern of abusive behavior that intimate partners use to gain or maintain power and control over the other partner, using any of the following tactics.
Domestic and dating violence creates complex, emotionally charged situations. Safety is always the #1 priority, especially if you feel the situation is going to become violent.
Whenever possible, walk away from violence. And if a situation begins to escalate toward violence, call 911.
Remember that if someone hurts you, it is not your fault.
They are responsible for controlling their own actions.
Stalking is another form of harassment. Stalking doesn't always have to be in person either. Repeated, unwanted, intrusive phone calls, emails or other communications, following or lying in wait for the person, making direct or indirect threats toward the survivor or their family, harassing the person online, or spreading rumors. These can all be considered stalking.
If you suspect you are being stalked, notify someone of authority,
such as ASU staff or the police.
ASU also has an anonymous reporting line that can be reached at the number on your screen.
More information can always be found at the following links.